condemns Turkey's violation of Syria's sovereignty by allowing foreign troops and terrorists to enter into the Syrian city of Ein Al-Arab. The residents of Ein Al-Arab continue to confront ISIL terrorists, inflicting heavy losses upon them. The Syrian Arab Army targets several terrorist hideouts in many areas, killing dozens of them. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Yarado Krikorian from the News Center in Damascus. Syria condemned the shameful step taken by Turkey, who is responsible for prolonging the crisis in Syria by allowing foreign troops and terrorists to violate Syria's sovereignty. In a statement issued today, the Foreign Ministry stressed that Turkey once again proves its involvement in shedding the Syrian blood by allowing itself to violate Syria's sovereignty in Ein Al-Arab area, by allowing foreign troops to enter into Syria in clear violation of international law and the UN Charter, while denying this for the local residents of Ein Al-Arab displaced in Turkey who expressed readiness to defend their town. The ministry added that the ruling Justice and Development Party has made it clear that it stands on the side of the terrorists, especially ISIL and Al-Nusra terrorist organizations, in violation of the Security Council resolutions which call for combating terrorism. The statement concluded by stressing that Turkey has revealed its true intentions about trying to carve a buffer zone as a step to divide Syria. The ministry expressed determination that the Syrian Arab Republic will continue to work against these vicious plans through preserving Syria's unity and territorial integrity. The inhabitants of Ein Al-Arab and the Popular Defense units continue to confront ISIS aggressions in the city, pushing back the terrorists out of several areas, inflicting on them heavy human and material losses, and forcing them to retreat from certain places, particularly Al-Jumruk neighborhood north of the city near the border crossing with Turkey, where the terrorists receive support from the Turkish authorities. The World Campaign in solidarity with Ein Al-Arab and humanity against ISIS is meanwhile due to kick off tomorrow in several world capitals in support of the people of the Syrian city. The Democratic People's Party in Turkey has moreover called on Turkish citizens to take to the streets in solidarity with the Syrian Ein Al-Arab inhabitants and in condemnation of the Turkish Justice and Development Party's constant support of the terrorist organization. In Damascus suburbs, the Syrian Arab Army units have destroyed several vehicles and killed terrorists in Qalamon prairies. In Deraa, several terrorists were killed in the surroundings of the ancient customs area downtown Deraa. Many hideouts were meanwhile destroyed in Al-Quneitra countryside. In Homs suburbs, a number of armed men were eliminated and their vehicles destroyed in Sharshuh, Al-Rastan, Unq al-Hawa, southern Sindakhiya, and the surroundings of Assan. Syrian Arab Army units have also been killed or wounded in Hwajat Sakr and As-Sina'a neighborhood, the majority of whom were non-Syrian. Among the killed terrorists, Abu Huraira al-Maghribi, a Moroccan, Abu Haidar al-Tunisi, and Imad Abu Noor, both Tunisian, were identified. In Idleb suburbs, the Syrian Arab Army also destroyed terrorist caches in Ma'arat al-Nu'man, Taftanaz, Binnish, Kafar al-Najd, Saraqib, and other areas. An infiltration attempt by terrorists into several places in the surroundings of Al-Arba'in mountain was foiled and many terrorists were killed or wounded. Syrian Arab Army units continue to advance in Jobar, addressing a final call on the terrorists remaining there to turn themselves in.
Syrian Arab Army units continue to advance in Jobar, particularly in the area adjacent to Zamalka Bridge. The armed terrorist groups had burnt down the houses there after evacuating them. A field commander in Jobar has addressed a final call on the armed men who have been besieged in one of those buildings. Syrian Arab Army units also retook control of Zamalka Bridge after forcing the armed groups in the area to leave. Meanwhile, the military operations continue in Jobar till the town comes under the full control of the army.
Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif reiterated Iran's call for the restoration of stability and security in the region and stressed that it is not right to confront the Islamic State in Iraq and simultaneously strengthen it in Syria. During a meeting with UN Deputy Secretary General Jan Eliasson in Tehran, Zarif called for cooperation and participation of every regional country, especially the Gulf countries, in the campaign against terrorism and extremism. For his part, Eliasson expressed regret over the continuation of the crisis in Syria and Iraq, pointing out that the pending problems can be solved only through cooperation of the states of the region. He pointed to Iran's key role in resolving the issues of the region, calling for the continuation of consultations between Iran and the United Nations. In Iraq, news reports pointed out that a military plan is put in place which seeks to restore security to all areas under ISIL control, pointing out that new recruitments of tribal and popular forces are underway in different areas, providing weapons and ammunition to them. The Iraqi army announced that more than 300 ISIL terrorists were killed in the city of Biji over the weekend. The Tunisian secularist party Nida Tunis won the legislative elections in the country, coming ahead of the Islamic Al-Nahda movement according to the initial results announced by the Election Supreme Committee. The Nida Tunis party has won 85 seats out of 217, whereas Al-Nahda movement has won 69. The third place went to the National Union Party, which clinched 16 seats, and the fourth place is secured by the Popular Front, which won 15 seats. A new parliament will be formed as new presidential elections will be held next month. The liberated Palestinian prisoner Mu'taz Ibrahim Khalil Hijazi was killed when Israeli troops broke into his house in the town of Silwan in occupied Jerusalem. News sources pointed out that the Israeli soldiers assassinated Hijazi in cold blood and wounded 3 other citizens in the occupied city. Hijazi has spent 12 years inside Israeli prisons and was set free in 2012. Meanwhile, Israeli occupation authorities tightened their siege on Al-Aqsa Mosque, preventing Palestinians from entering its courtyard and summoning more military personnel closer into its vicinity. The Swedish government has recognized the state of Palestine, thus becoming the first Western EU member state to take such a decision, which was described by Swedish Foreign Minister Margot Wallström as an important step that confirms the Palestinians' right to self-determination. She added that her government considered that the criteria in international law for recognizing a Palestinian state has been met, hoping others would follow suit. Finally, in our local news, a ceremony will be held in Qassiyun next Saturday by the Minister of Environment Affairs in cooperation with Damascus Governorate on the occasion of the National Environment Day. It will be celebrated this year under the motto, "We love Syria and we protect its environment." The activities will continue for 6 days and will involve various aspects, including forestation campaigns, exhibitions and scientific seminars. In a statement, the ministry said, the activities aim at restoring greenery to the largest area and alleviating pollution as much as possible. With this, we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Karun Kürkcan, but after a short break.